Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. It's been a very long time. I said I was going to be consistent on here, but certain things have happened over the last couple of weeks. I haven't really had that much time to make a lot of videos and different stuff like that. So like I didn't even have time to even process everything after the final. I couldn't really make a video because I did not really have that much time to make a video. But I'm gonna be consistent now. I said I was gonna be consistent before, wasn't, but now I should be able to pull some videos up and there, like that. So today's video is gonna be on Mason Greenwood. There are new developments around Mason Greenwood at the moment. After we all know what happened, when he got arrested for very serious offenses, offenses of sexual assault and cohesive behavior, and he's been released on bail. He's been, all charges have been dropped against him. And listen, I made a video on this when it first broke out, when he first got arrested, and he was arrested on bail. The whole situation at the moment is I don't even know what to say about it, because every time we think we know the best, we know what happened in the whole situation, it always seems like we don't know it. And I know that sounds stupid, but what I'm trying to say is every time we think, oh, we know everything that happened in the whole thing, but another thing comes up and it's like, what is going on? Apparently, Mason Greenwood, the victim, which is his girlfriend now, she's pregnant for him. They're about to have a kid in the summer. So this whole situation, I'm sorry, I shouldn't be saying this, but it's just a mess. It's a shit show at the moment, because you can't really have a strong opinion on it, because whether you're on the left side of the spectrum or on the right side, there's still always going to be a default. There's still always going to be a problem, whether you're on the left side or on the right side. And when I mean on the left and right, I mean when you're on the left side, where you're probably saying, oh, Mason Greenwood shouldn't play football again for Man United. I respect that. When you're on the right side, you're like, oh, Mason Greenwood should still play football for Man United. But then when you're on the left side, you're like, oh, Mason Greenwood shouldn't play football for Man United. But at the same time, if he shouldn't play football for Man United, he's been, according to the letter of the law, you're innocent until you're proven guilty. But he's not guilty. He's been dropped on charges. He's an innocent man. But on the other side, when you say, okay, Mason Greenwood should play football for Man United, we all heard the tapes, we all heard the recordings, It's going to be hard to, to bring back that bond of love and, togetherness, which the fan base we have at the moment. And I'm just going to read the latest development on Mason Greenwood right now, that has been released yesterday. He said Mason Greenwood has held extensive talks with Manchester United officials in recent weeks, in which he has emphasized his desire to return as soon as possible and stressed his commitment to remaining at Old Trafford. Mason Greenwood has been told by the Manchester United officials that he will not return to training at United until next season at the earliest, with the club's international investigation into his arrest on rape charges unlikely to be completed before the summer. And it was also said in that article that from the Daily Mail that Mason Greenwood was currently on £70,000 a week at Manchester United, which is £8 million a year, has been paid since after he's been released on bail. So the whole situation at the moment with Greenwood is, my own opinion on this is, I just think Mason Greenwood, personally, for me, and listen, my opinion, I have every right to give an opinion, and you have every right to give an opinion, but my opinion should not change your opinion. You can have a different opinion to mine. It's perfectly fine. What I'm trying to say here is, don't let my opinion shape your opinion, or I wouldn't let someone else's opinion to shape my opinion. And I'll tell you what I think in the moment. But if I tell you what Man United would do, I'm going to tell you what they would do, because Manchester United would allow Mason Greenwood to play football. That's it. They will make him play football for Man United because of money. And as sad as it is, technically, yes, as sad as it is, I can understand the point of view of Manchester United, because they're paying him £70,000 a week. If they tell him, okay, we're not going to pay your wages anymore, and, we're going to release you, they're going to have to pay him £8 million after they've been paying him £70,000 for the other 18 months. So basically, you're paying off his contract. And from a business point of view, it does not make sense. So no matter what we think, or no matter what we feel, I believe that Manchester United will allow Mason Greenwood play football again. And it will all be down to money. It's all going to be down to money, because at the end of the day, Man United are coming from a business point of view. They're not coming from a moral point of view, because I tell you now, if you think there's moral in football, you're wasting your time. There is no moral in football. The morals in football have been gone long before now. So it's long for us. There's no morals in football. And Mason Greenwood, he's going to stay at Manchester United. Everything is going to be down to money. It's going to be down to money, because Man United cannot keep on. From their own perspective, they would not put up with paying Mason Greenwood £70,000 every week for the last 18 months when he's been in custody, and then in the summer release him for another £8 million. They just look like a complete bunch of prats, which they are. But on the other hand, my opinion is, listen, I'm a person that I believe in second chances a lot. Like, I believe in giving people second chances, And according to the letter of the law, you're innocent until you're proven guilty. And at the moment, Mason Greenwood is innocent, according to the letter of the law. Listen, we all have the tapes, which I think, in my opinion, I think Mason Greenwood committed these offenses. I would not lie to you. I think he committed those offenses, Mason Greenwood. But, on the other hand, I feel, according to the letter of the law, you're innocent until you're proven guilty. And those charges were dropped against him, because if you read the Greater Manchester Police statement, it said that they withdrew the case because of a withdrawal of a key witness. So that means when a key witness withdraws from an investigation, the investigation is void. You cannot carry on with the investigation, because the witness, which technically is the victim, has pulled out of the investigation process. And in an investigation, you have to have the victim, and you also have to have the person that committed the crime. So you're on both pages, and you're actually able to get more evidence. But then, when she pulled out of the whole, I don't know if she's the one, but when the key witness pulls out, the whole situation, you can't carry on the investigation. Which is why I can understand why the justice system, why they said, you know what, we can't carry this anymore. Because at this point, it's just dumb. Mason Greenwood and apparently the victim, they're gonna be having a kid in the summer. And it's like, when you're gonna be having a kid in the summer, you can only have a kid for 9 months. you can only be pregnant for 9 months, right? But then, if you're gonna have a kid in the summer, this has been announced since February. That's February, March, April, May, June, July. Let's say that's like June, let's say that's like 5 months. So you have 4 months after. So meaning, if you look at the whole thing, Greenwood and the victim have been together when he was on bail. Because you can only be pregnant for 9 months. Meaning, when he was arrested and was placed on bail, and the Greater Manchester Police literally said Mason Greenwood should not have any contact with the victim. It's obvious that he did have contact with the victim, because if he didn't have contact with the victim, he's been arrested since January of last year. And you're going to be giving birth in the summer. You know, if this was before when he was arrested, you can say, okay, probably they were pregnant before the whole investigation process. But it doesn't make sense, because if they were pregnant, she wouldn't release those things that were like, she wouldn't release all those recordings, the tapes and everything. But it shows that both of them were together during the investigation process. So, as a result, I can understand why the Greater Manchester Police and the investigation team dropped the case. Because no matter how much or how long you keep on carrying the case and you're looking for evidence, you're not going to find any, because at this point, the whole objective of the investigation process is done. You can't really do anything about it anymore. And I can understand why they dropped the cases. So, my opinion on this is going to shock a lot of people. But, listen. I think Greenwood will still play for Man United. I think he will still play for Man United, because it's going to be down to money. And no matter how much we have different opinions on this, no matter how much we have different opinions on this, you got to respect the fact that other people have conflicting opinions to ours. And because I feel Mason should still play for Man United, does not mean that I'm saying that, what he did, he didn't do it. No. I know 100% for a fact that those offenses were committed by Mason Greenwood. But according to the letter of the law, and both of them, they're going to be married very soon. They're going to give birth very soon, So it's a different thing. You know what I'm saying? It's different right now. It's a different thing. So at the moment, I think Mason Greenwood should still play football. Because at the moment, he's innocent. And, you're about to have a child with the victim. So I think everything at the moment is solved. So, as I said, my opinion should not shape your opinion. And I mean that from the bottom of my heart. I don't want my opinion to shape yours. And what I'm saying to the viewers is, you guys should have your own opinion on this. And listen, at the end of the day, a fraction of the fan base, which is football fans or Man United fans, will not be happy about the decision that has been made. So we just have to carry on and just, see how it all plays out. But in the meantime, make sure you smash the like button up. Subscribe if you're new. I'll speak to you all very soon. Take care. Have a lovely weekend. And peace out, people.